first pro event was at Watkins Glen in '03. Big field, 46 GT cars, and we finished second on the podium my first race out, which was my downfall because I was hooked then. Started at Stevenson Motorsports and then continued to grow that from a one-car deal, a couple of years with 2 cars, and one crazy year we ran 2 different series with 4 cars.
I met John Stevenson at Daytona in 2007. It was about a 2-minute interview. He said, "Can you help us?" I said, "Yes," and he said, "See you at Mexico." And I went to Mexico City about a month or so later and watched how the team operated and figured what I could do to help make improvements, and finished out the year with Stevenson. And then in 2008, we bought the Pontiac GXPR. We hired Andrew and Robin and won our 3rd race, which was actually a year later at Mexico City.
You know, I think back to those early races that we did that first season in '08, and it was, I think Lee Diffie used to describe us as the little team that could. You know, when we arrived and we showed some promise, we started winning races and we ran real close to the championship that year, finished second in the championship. So it was really a big year for us. And I know all the guys that are still on the team, that were with the team at that time, we look back sort of very fondly on that year. It was a great building and learning year for us.
So from 2008 to 2010, we worked with Pratt & Miller to build and race the Pontiac GXPR. Then in 2010, the Camaro came out, so we kind of had to start all over. And then in the last 2 years, we were building the Z28R and the Continental Tire Series. So we've always had a great relationship with another manufacturer, where we were really the 3rd team of Pratt & Miller. They had the Corvette racing team, the Cadillac team, and then our team. For this year, when we moved to the Audi, we kind of had to start over. And we were lucky to hire Ryan McCarthy, who's been working with CAS Technologies and actually has worked with us for a few years on our GS program. So now he's kind of running the show, and he brings a lot of experience from NASCAR and other sports car series he's worked for, working on wind tunnels, K&C rigs, and all the other really big tools that we don't have access to as a team, but we did as a manufacturer partner team. Johnny's a pretty successful car dealer. He had all the right pieces for the race team, but didn't know where they all belonged. And I had a lot of experience from running my own team, and I had run the Daytona prototype team for TRG before, and I just kind of shuffled things around. This team's really successful because of John and Susan Stevenson. They have always given us the tools that we need to do the job that we need. They don't give us a lot of pressure, but when we say we need something, we know we get it, and there's never any fight or complaint about it.
Good job there, my man. Consistency with what you got to work with, that was a good job.
It's almost like they've given us the seal of approval to say, right, we've hired you because we think you can do the job. Now do the job and just get on with it. And they've really given us the opportunity to do our job, to grow and to build and to learn, and sometimes make mistakes and not feel like we're under a massive amount of scrutiny, but just to learn from those mistakes and get bigger and stronger. And obviously in the situation we find ourselves in at the moment with a new package, a new car, etc., we're going through a learning process, but that's not new to us. We've been through that several times in the past. And so we understand that whilst we're under some pressure to learn quickly and develop and perform with a car, we kind of know how to do that. We've been here before, and I think that's what's quite helpful about it all.
I love to go racing, but you can't go and be successful unless you surround yourself with really good quality people. I've built a very good organization of real good quality folks that represent me and whoever I'm racing for or with. We want to represent them the very best that can be done. So good people and hold them to high standards, and that's probably the most important thing to me. And of course, we like to win races and championships.